Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner.
I think it's gonna work.
You think so?
I believe.
I believe in a thing called love.
Does anybody know the words to that? I don't think anybody knows.
Just listen to the rhythm of my heart, John. What was the most random thing I was watching the other day? I think it was, I don't even know how I got here, but I'm going to tell you. I was watching a guy, how he fabricated a automatic tree trimmer out of a broken rim from a tire. And so that he can just turn the axle on, so it's a machine that's turning, and every rotation would be like an axe turning, so it would like cut logs shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
It's not a fail video. It's just like he was just brilliant and like figured out how to cut trees.
At the same time, I get caught up with watching like Man at Arms.
Oh, dude.
They're making all that amazing stuff. I'm like, yes.
I think I cut it off right before the promos because I know what it's going to be like. They show you at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I don't need to see them doing flippies and trying to cut jars of yogurt in half or whatever they do.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
I hate it because they work so meticulously on it, and they're just like, we put this fine leather on the holder, and boom, it's like Link's sword. And then they go out and they get all this soda.
And it's always like just
watermelons
but it always looks like it's like a brand new jug of milk. It doesn't look like they just repurposed one. Like,
oh no,
what are you doing? Like, just fill it up with some water.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Like never are you ever going to run into like a wild jug of milk that's going to attack you that you need to protect yourself from. Hello and welcome to Kenobi's Corner. That hello had a little forced at the end. I apologize. Maybe because I'm looking down at my microphone instead of out like I usually do. Because I didn't fix it like I should have since the last time we spoke and you listened. But we're Kenobi's Corner. I'm Eric. This is Jonathan.
Hola.
Right when he's about to take a drink. We're here to talk to you this week about video games, comic book movies, all the great olds information that we got this week. So we're super excited to tell you all the new things that we've come across. So welcome. Dude, kind of slow news week this week, man.
Yeah, man. Maybe there was a lot more news and we just didn't notice, but I mean...
That's true. There wasn't like some big breaking thing that came out. Oh, yes, there was.
Yeah.
There was one thing. Star Wars got a new title. Episode 8, we're going to talk about that later on. We want to talk about some things that came out in regards to some Marvel news that came out this week and some DC stuff and some local news in regards to PAX South that's happening in San Antonio this coming weekend.
I mean, it's not even going to be news because there's nothing to talk about yet.
That's true, but I'm excited to tell you what I'm going to go see. And I think you're going to be there on Sunday, man.
Yeah, so I don't even know what I'm going to see. But anyway, then the other thing, we'll get into some Split stuff, but not going to fully talk about it here.
Because we're split
all the
on
way. Because I watched it. Eric is not. And some things cannot be said until he watches it. So.
No. Oh, my God. Listen, so I've been hearing all week long, because it came out last Friday.
Yes.
And all week long, like I was really thinking like M. Night shams it up again and go see The Happening before you see this train wreck. But apparently everybody's been saying it's really good.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Okay,
anyway, let's get into some of this stuff first.
Okay, great. So some things we're recording today on Thursday, January the 26th.
How'd you get June?
I don't know.
That's Jay's similar. Okay.
Jay's and 26. June 26th is my birthday.
Oh, yeah. That's what had it there.
Yeah, there we go. But today, 2017. No, today's not 27th. It's here. Never mind. Anyway, so today, Marvel had an announcement. They promoted it the last couple days on their Twitter. Just saying, big news. It's going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest news you've ever heard of your life. Tune in tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time for all this greatness.
Not so much.
Well, I thought it was going to be more, the way they promoted it.
Yeah.
And maybe just because I saw it, I got super excited about it. But essentially what Marvel did is just have an announcement that they're going to be working with
Square Enix.
Square Enix. Or is it Square Enix or Square Inks?
I don't know.
Okay. Either way.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Let me see. I don't know if I've heard. No, Square Enix.
Okay, yeah. Square Enix, they're the team behind some great RPG games. Like, what do they do? No, they did Final Fantasy. They did.
That's the one they're most famous for, yes.
Yes, the most famous of all their things. And they're teaming up with in Montreal? What's the name? Montreal?
Edios Montreal.
Ooh,
yes.
Nailed it. Okay, so teaming up with Edios Montreal. Basically, they're doing a multi-year, multi-game partnership team up. It seems like based on this information and the way they're going, is going to be Avengers-based game, and it could possibly be just this large open-world RPG game. What do you think?
That's the hope, right?
Yeah, that's the dream.
That's what they normally do is like RPG type games. So, dude, I don't know, man. Like anything that they do, I would be happy for. I really want them to do some cool stuff. Dragon Quest.
Did you really like Dragon Quest? Did you play that one at all?
Did not play Dragon Quest. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see what else they had on here, but I can't.
I had a buddy
list.
of mine when I used to work at the bar. He loved Dragon Quest.
Really?
That's all he would freaking talk about. It's amazing.
Dude. But either way, man, like any games they give me for Marvel superhero stuff, like I'll be down for. Mm-hmm. It kind of sucks that it's going to be Avengers, and that's the title for it. It's just Avengers.
Yeah.
So who knows if they're going to be able to do, or they're going to do anything else with it at all, or go toward the X-Men side, or who the Avengers are going to be.
Yeah.
It's a direct license with Marvel.
That's true.
I don't think Marvel has sold any game rights for any of the other characters because on a lot of their games, they still do include like X-Men characters and stuff like that. So I really just don't hope, because the movies are so popular and that's all about the movies right now, that they only put the movie Avengers in the game instead of like all the true Avengers that have been on the team.
Well, you know what? Based on the promo that they gave, it looks like it's going to be movie based. They have Thor, Iron Man, Hulk. They show Bruce Banner's broken glasses.
Captain America's shield.
Captain America's shield. Black Widow, was she represented in that, or was that supposed to be her talking over the piece? It sounded like.
Oh, I didn't even. Maybe I didn't even think about that.
It kind of sounded like that was her voice over everything. But we'll have the statement from Marvel in our description, so if you want to check it out.
It has a video on there too, like their announcement video. Can we talk about that announcement video for just a second here?
What do you want to talk about it?
How much it sucks?
That it gave no information or any inclination to anything else other than it was Avengers?
It was Avengers.
Okay.
That's like pretty much it. That it was Avengers. It showed a couple of things behind it, who the company was, and that's it, dude.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of that fever dream that Iron Man had in Age of Ultron when he was like, everybody's dead. Oh, no.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. Yes.
So I think it's a callback to that because, in 2018, we should be getting the first Avengers Infinity War Part 1, right?
Yeah.
So it might be a tie-in with that. But because it is a video game, hopefully they go the Lego route on that and give us everybody.
Right.
And it just be like, okay, it is Avengers themed, but in the last Lego Avengers, you played it. What you think?
I didn't play the Lego Avengers.
Oh, you didn't play the Lego Avengers one?
I played the Lego Marvel.
Yes. Okay, so I played some of the Lego Avengers one, and it was more in line with the movies, but it gave you most of the characters. So hopefully this will go in that vein and continue on that tradition of just giving you everybody.
Right. I think they would sell a hell of a lot more games that way.
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Like, I don't know why you would want to have an Avengers team without Wolverine, if Wolverine is one of your more popular characters, especially if it's not, a thing where you don't have a license to do him. Like, everywhere you have a license, you should be throwing in a character like that if it's going to make you money. But, that being said, I don't know what their split is right now or if they're going to be playing nice with Fox and the studios and if they do get any kind of a money or payout from this. But, who knows, dude? Like, we would know better if we had a better announcement video.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that. So, but either way, dude, I'm excited. I will play most things that come out, even if it's just for a little bit.
Hell yeah.
All day. Not all day. maybe just once or twice at the very least. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, if it's going to be a good game, if it's with somebody that's a big enough studio that can do a good job with it and has a good reputation of doing good stuff, then cool, I'm all for it. Did you ever play Marvel Heroes?
Which one is that one?
That one is the PC game, and it's done by Gazillion. And it's almost like, imagine Diablo 2, but with all Marvel characters. That's basically all it is. Have you ever played Diablo 2?
Yeah.
Okay, almost the exact same thing, just with all Marvel characters and in Marvel settings and stuff like that. I enjoyed the crap out of that game. I played it for like a year straight. Like every day I was jumping on there. Then they came out with a reward system for logging in every day. And then I almost stopped playing completely. I was so mad that they introduced it so late. But I mean, I kept playing it. I've gone back to it every once in a great while. They're supposed to have this huge update that just happened, but I haven't played it since the update. Or even before that, it's been months since I've kind of turned it on. So I mean, I might go back to it to see what the update is all about.
So is it like a Steam game or just a?
It's free to play.
Oh, really?
It was free to play, and then you can pay to buy characters, or you could just wait to try to see if you could get them in game. And there's certain characters that you can't get in game right away. They make you wait for it a little bit. But I mean, either way, you could really just play to earn those characters, or you can just buy them outright. So there's a few that I had bought outright just because I felt like they deserve my money if I'm going to be playing so much on that game. But I haven't gone back to it in a while, so it was fun. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I just like going in there with Cyclops and blowing everything up.
Well, right on. I know and is it the original Cyclops, or is it 90s Cyclops, or is it that was the thing, X-Space Cyclops, or do they have different skins?
They have a bunch of different skins, so it plays the same no matter what skin you put on it. But I mean, you can get all of them. That was another thing for costumes. You had to pay real money for the different costumes. So you got the base one, and the base one I think was the 90s one. It was maybe the original Cyclops, old school,
blue spandex with yellow strap.
No, that's the 90s.
Oh,
I'm talking old school original comics, Silver Age stuff.
Oh, okay, not where his hair is covered and he has the yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah, and almost just completely blue shirt. Yeah, that one.
What you're talking about? Shoot.
But I had bought all the other outfits. I literally bought the Phoenix Force outfit. I bought the 90s outfit. I bought Age of Apocalypse outfit. The newest one when he's pre-Secret Wars, the pre-Secret Wars one. And then bought, I don't know, I had a bunch of them. I owned a bunch of different ones, but I need to go back and play that game. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm like, yes,
You're okay.
I gotta go play.
You know what? I spent all this money on it. I dropped so much coin on it. Might as well play it.
Yeah, I need to get back to it. It's all good.
Right on.
Sweet, man. What else we got?
Well, actually, something that came out today and that I totally forgot to put in our little review here. Deadpool 2 got some news about how it's going to be and how it's going to affect the storylines. It looks like, from what the writers had told The Hollywood Reporter, is that it's going to break all the same rules, pretty much verbatim what the screenwriters are saying. It's going to break all the same rules that the original did, which was he knows he's in a movie, so he's going to do a lot of fourth wall breaking, of course.
That's a given.
Deadpool.
That's a given, yeah.
So hopefully they keep that, But like the original, he knew, one, he was in a movie, but he also knew about the other movies that were involved as well. So it's not going to be based in the 70s or the 80s or the 60s or anything like that. So, it's going to be based now, and it's going to be he kind of throws back to some of those movies and stuff and be like, hey, remember when or whatever,
Yeah, that's awesome.
So they're going to play into the timelines, but they're not going to be, from what they say, they're not going to be a slave to the timeline. So
that's awesome.
So I'm excited, man. Everything that they're doing so far and the way they've been just kind of reiterating what they heard about the fans liked about the movie. It seems like they're just in line to do the same thing again for part 2, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. That actually reminds me a lot of and it's a more recent one, but I really like the way it does it. Well, I mean, all of the other ones, even Illustrated and all that stuff kind of plays with that notion of it. But Deadpool's Secret Wars.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Did you read that one?
No, I didn't. I know y'all.
It's so good. I love it, man. It was so goofy. It was such a short series, that you could easily consume it. But same thing, like he's modern day Deadpool taken back into the very, very first original Secret Wars, like back in like whenever they did it, the 70s, I think is when it was. But they throw him into that situation. So he's different and goofy and being Deadpool with all the old characters and how they used to act way back in the day. And then the last thing that happens is like everybody's mind gets wiped. So it's like he was never there, so it's like he basically is retconned into being into the original Secret Wars. Not Secret Wars, just Secret Wars. I'm just stuttering now.
The Secret Wars.
The Secret Wars. But yeah, dude, it was really cool, man. I really enjoyed that part of it. But yeah, dude, I mean, if he's self-aware and knows what's going on, they can play with so many things on there because of who he is. And I mean, that's cool, man. I just hope it's fun, dude. Like the first one was so much fun to watch. And it's kind of crazy, man. Like it's been nominated for some awards. Like you would never think a movie like Deadpool, rated R, based on a comic, would be even nominated for some of this stuff. And the fact that he's even getting any kind of recognition, like Ryan Reynolds for doing this, like, dude, awesome.
Yeah, totally got snubbed for the Oscars, though. I think there was a snub video that he put out for Deadpool. So if you get a chance, we'll include it here. But if you haven't watched it, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, dude.
Sticking with Variety on this, they also had an exclusive, actually, about some DC news, which we rarely get any news about. But so the Flash movie was supposed to be done in like soon, I guess, after soonish, after Justice League, after Batman or the Batman, whenever it comes out, and after Wonder Woman. But apparently the Flash gets a totally rewritten at this point, page one rewrite to the script.
Damn.
So definitely throws them back a little bit. And man, how come DC can't get their stuff together with this, man? Like, dude, it seems like they're such iconic characters, and they have such like a wealth of information to go back and build off of. Like, why is it so difficult for DC to get it together?
No idea, man. That's so crazy, man. Like, I don't know if it was that bad, one, or two, like if it was really just different ideas and different opinions, and three, the other thing that makes me think of is like how closely are they working with the actual people who have input into this stuff? Are they really working with DC themselves, or are they working, do they have a contact over there? Like, is there anybody like, oh god, Jeff Feige? No, what's his name? Craig Feige? What's his name? Feige. Kevin Feige. I was close.
Yeah, pretty close
with one of those.
Jeff Feige, his
brother.
Sure.
Yeah. I got all these names mixed up in my head now. But yeah, Kevin Feige, like, I mean, he is not only leading the charge with the Marvel movies. It feels like, I mean, I don't know, just the way he presents himself, just the way he talks about it, it seems like he really, really knows the source content.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of his job, too, is not just pretend that he knows or, like, he's, I think, legitimately, if he doesn't know already, legitimately going back and looking and learning the source content before kind of going out, getting directors, getting writers, overseeing the whole process, and then getting it put on a screen. Yeah. Like, it really seems like they're doing that pretty thoroughly on that side. Yeah. And if there's no equivalent on the DC end doing it with conjunction with Warner Brothers or anything, then dude, like that's exactly why it's failing, man. Like that's the only thing I can think of is like that's got to be it.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what they touch on is that they're just taking it in an entirely different direction. I mean, because Ezra Miller, he's slated to play the Flash, in all the upcoming movies. Since he's going to be doing Fantastic Beasts 2, they said, well, he's going to be out for a bit. Just figure it out. Just take some time, really nail it down, So, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, number 2, apparently. And that one doesn't have a title yet. So, but that's cool. I'm excited for that one, too.
Yeah, heck yeah. That was a fun one to watch.
Yeah. Well, cool, man.
What else we got?
Well, shoot. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay, one real quick.
Okay, no.
Throw it out of the way.
Yes. Okay, I just saw that. Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
After the trailer release last week, which I still have a problem
not watching,
not throwing it on there every time. It's funny because I went home after we had talked about it on the podcast. I was like, I probably need to watch it again.
I forgot.
Let me see what this is like. No, but I mean, either way, I usually, because whenever we watch them here at work, it's the computer screen, computer speakers. Even if I throw headphones on, it's not necessarily the exact same experience. So I'll go home and I'll put it on like the TV. Like I'll throw it immediately on there and like sound system, 5.1 surround sound.
Got to get the full
turn
effect.
It up all the way to 25. Like, Like make it awesome. But yeah, dude. Anyway, I love that afterwards. What is it, like a couple days later?
Yeah.
There's this video that got posted on YouTube, which is basically a mashup between the old Power Rangers theme song, the new trailer, and then cut up to be like a 90s intro to a TV show.
Yes.
So good. Oh, man, that was a great one. I love the way they did it. It was so perfect, dude. Even with like the names coming up on the screen, like identifying each character and who was the actor playing it. It was really great.
Yeah. If you enjoyed the original or just have any type of feels for the original, then
like
definitely,
myself,
like John does, for the original Power Rangers, definitely check it out. The recut trailer, it's pretty cool. I like it.
It was great and amazing.
I know you loved it.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
And that's all we have to say about that.
I'm over. Okay, I said it was going to be quick. That's done.
Yeah, that is super quick, man. Well, I mean, since we're talking about the tube, you showed me this earlier today.
Yes.
And was not happy about it at all.
No. One key thing on there. One stupid mother effing key thing. So it seems like Fox has ordered a pilot of the X-Men TV or X-Men to be a TV show. Who it's going to be, I don't know. They gave a synopsis. I don't know what the exact synopsis is for it, but it's supposed to be a family that they're following underground to be like hidden away from like mutant persecution. Mm-hmm. So interesting already. Like it's got a cool, like nice little blurb. I was like, all right, I'm on board. Mm-hmm. Written by Matt Nix. Okay, cool. We did Burn Notice. It's apparently a good thing. I haven't seen any of it, but I've heard good things.
Yeah.
And then they also mentioned that it's going to be directed by Bryan Singer. That's where they lost me. They had me. They were reeling me in, and then they let me down. But I mean, who knows, dude? Maybe they're doing one like with him, like maybe just the first episode. Maybe he won't be a big, huge part of it. But dude, I'm not happy with that, man. They got a bunch of people listed as producers as well.
Yeah.
So, and the reason that makes me think that Bryan Singer might not have this big thing to do with it in the direction part of it is because he's also a producer. So.
Yeah, it may be one of those things like how J.J. Abrams was the like creator, director, producer for Lost, and he just did the first episode,
right?
Essentially, and then just did produced like the subsequent
like everything
episodes.
Else. Yeah.
So maybe we like that, and maybe it'll be like a really strong in the vein of the movies, but then afterward kind of taper off to whatever, or taper off into the other producers and other directors on how they kind of see this universe.
Right. Not only directors, man, like, I mean, I think the thing that gives me hope, though, like the thing that allows me to like be okay with it is because it is Matt Nix who's going to be doing like the writing. So I don't know what his, like if he's got anything to do with any previous X-Men stuff, if he ever had followed them as a child, like grew up with them, likes them, knows anything about these characters. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is a TV show and because it seems like it's not going to be fully, or I guess in similar continuity as the movies, I don't think they're going to take the characters from the movies that they're doing there and then put them in this TV show. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming it's going to be other heroes around that, or I don't know, all new characters maybe, and that might make it a little more okay as long as they're telling it and doing it in a way that feels like what the comic felt like. I guess that's what I want. I'm still missing that in my life. I feel like none of the movies have ever really hit that tone of the X-Men feeling like the X-Men that I've read in all the comics.
It's weird, like, I don't know, just looking at some of the stuff on Matt Nix, like, most of his stuff have been comedies in the past. Working with USA Networks, he did, Burn Notice was more, kind of like, did you ever watch Burn Notice?
No.
Okay, so it was like a CIA agent who was put on the blacklist, and then him pretty much trying to, working these little side jobs to kind of figure out who put him on this blacklist to get hit. And but he has to stay undercover. But he's kind of like a good guy sometimes. And, but he works with Bruce Campbell. Damn it. Bruce Campbell is kind of like his sidekick in the show.
Okay.
And so it's pretty good. It has its moments. It's not a great show by any means, but it's pretty good. And then he also did The Good Guys, which was on Fox with Minnie Hanks, Colin Hanks, Tom Hanks' son. And it was like a buddy cop comedy. You know, it was a funny show. You know. So I don't know. I mean, these are just his mainstays, or just both comedy. You know, and he's pretty much stayed in that same vein throughout his career. So I mean, where's this gonna go? Like, what's gonna happen next?
I don't know, man.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's still, I think, a long ways away.
Oh,
just
yeah.
right now. So far right now, Fox has only ordered the pilot, so it's just going to be one episode. We'll see what happens. It could be another Generation X. Mm-hmm. It could be a surprise hit. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm still excited about Legion. You still excited about Legion?
Oh, yeah. And it's a couple of weeks away.
Dude, a couple of weeks away. Like, super close. So, I mean, depending on how that goes, I think I'll engage my excitement for like the next thing coming up from them on the TV series or TV world off of that. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think of it yet, just because of just so much news so quickly that they want it. It seemed like it was going to be good. I got my hopes up and then was immediately let down. Yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I might just wait until the Legion comes out to even formulate an opinion on the next one. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like TV based Marvel stuff that's coming out. Also, Cloak and Dagger, Runaways. Yeah. You know, Inhumans is going to IMAX and then coming to the small screen. So, you know, they got a lot of things in the pipe. And well, they got a lot of catching up to do, man.
Yeah.
Like
catch up to that DC.
DC's hitting it, man.
They're doing it right in TV, man. But you know what? So is Marvel. Marvel's knocking it out of the park with Netflix, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Netflix side is pretty good.
We always forget about that.
Yeah. I mean, because it's not. Yeah, I mean, it's not network TV, so it's hard. I forget all the time, and I love those shows. Anyway.
Oh, damn it,
dude!
I totally forgot.
What'd you forget?
Stranger Things 2, man.
They
had a forum, like it was like an out to sea type. I don't think it was out to sea. I think it was like
that might be the wrong expression.
Yeah. It was. They recently had a press conference out of the U.S. and they talked to what was the actor's name that played the sheriff? You remember him? Or
I don't remember his name.
What was the sheriff's name?
Hopper.
Hopper. Yeah. So they talked to the sheriff. They talked to the sheriff. Everything is fine. We're all cool. No.
They talked to Hopper.
They talked to Hopper and they told it. They asked him some pretty blunt questions, and his responses were pretty great. And actually, he didn't hold back a whole lot. So
really,
yeah. So he said,
I haven't seen that.
Okay, you haven't. Okay. So basically, he says this: 1 year. It's exactly 1 year after the events that happened in the first season. But if you don't want to know what happens in Stranger Things 2 and you just want to go at it blind, and really don't listen to this, because I don't give a whole lot away. But I mean, and he doesn't give like everything away. He just kind of confirms some things. Yeah. So he said it happens 1 year afterward. Hold on, cut all this out because I want to look up the actors' names.
Go for it. You can just start over. You're ready.
Okay, I'm gonna start over from scratch.
Page 1 rewrite.
Page 1 rewrite. Okay, here we go. So Stranger Things 2 news. So there was a Comic-Con panel for a fan-to-see. It's called a fan-to-see Comic-Con. See what they did there? Fan-to-see. And it is actually a cruise. Like it's a,
oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Comic-Con cruise ship. Pretty much.
Nice. Okay, now I get it. That makes sense.
It makes sense, right? So they had the actor that played Hopper, David Harbour. Yes, he played Hopper. Mm-hmm. So he was basically, they asked him like what was going on, what's happening in this new season, and he kind of gave a lot away. So he was pretty much saying that Sean Astin, his character, I think we talked about it before.
Yeah, we were speculating a little bit
about what his character was. I think he runs like a comic book shop or something, or some kind of restaurant. He's some kind of
some manager or something.
Manager somewhere, yeah. But he's playing Winona Ryder's new boyfriend. So they kind of got like this little love triangle thing going on between Hopper and her and
Sean Astin.
Yeah, Sean Astin. I mean, we'll see how that goes, right? So I don't know, but they said for sure Barb is gone.
Well, yeah. I mean that I figured.
There's no more.
Yeah,
but there's just not a whole lot there. They mentioned it somewhat, but there's not a whole lot of investigating. I mean, it's been a year afterward already,
right?
Yeah. But they mentioned it something, maybe like a year at Memorial. Maybe that comes up. But he said that they do mention it. So, all of the Barbara fans out there will be at least eased to say that, at least something did happen for her.
Right.
Because in the first season, it seemed like nobody gave a shit. And let's see, what was the last thing he said? What's his name? Not Sean Astin, but the other guy. The guy who was in Mad About You. Paul Reiser.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yes.
Paul Reiser, he's in it as well. And he plays kind of like the director of the Energy Corporation or the Department of Energy. Like he plays like one of the directors of the Department of Energy coming down to kind of see what happened, who's affected, during the outbreak or the incident from a year ago and seeing who knows things. And one of the other things that he says is, so in the town, there is definitely some people that know something went down, and then there's a segment of people that know absolutely nothing. So what does that mean?
Nothing. It means
nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. So I mean, I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool that he came out and said at least that. I mean, that's more than anybody's said about anything.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if this was like a Star Wars, a promo or a Comic-Con event, everybody would have been losing their mind.
Yeah.
Like the ship would have sank to make sure that everybody's info went down with them. But I thought it was kind of cool that he kind of gave us a little bit of insight. And
heck yeah.
Super excited about it.
Dude, it's cool, man. I just can't. I don't even want to think about it because there's no date yet. There's no like when anything's coming out. So, dude, I'm gonna put it out of mind. I'm glad he said some stuff.
Yeah,
I know it's coming. It's happening. They're actually doing it.
But when?
That's why you got to put it out of mind, out of sight,
and then like
leave
out
it
of
alone.
nowhere. Then like out of nowhere, I feel like I want to do that, but I also at the back of my mind hope like for some reason like on a Saturday evening, maybe this Saturday they drop the entire second season just out of nowhere. I know that's not going to happen. They're going to have so much lead up to it, and they're going to tell everybody when exactly.
But you know what? Netflix is pretty good about all of a sudden being like, boom, here it comes. Like, here it is.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it used to be a lot more. Oh, in fact, we did get something wrong.
What?
You said March 3rd was Santa Clarita Diet.
Oh, when is it?
February 3rd.
Even better.
You see? You see the kind of things that Netflix brings?
Yeah, I know.
All these gifts. Like, we didn't even know about Season 2 of Ultron coming out.
That's right. Damn it.
Boom. There it was.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you, Netflix. Thank you for all your gifts.
Yeah, I think we should be sponsored by Netflix, I think, at this point. We talk about it so much.
Let's make it happen. I'm going to call Netflix right now.
Call them right now. Oh, they're listening right now anyway.
Oh,
so.
yeah, Netflix.
Hey, Netflix, sponsor us.
Please. We will really say great things about
we will continue to say great things about
Stranger
everything.
They don't need to know all that, John. They don't
I'm sorry.
know
All
what
right.
we said.
We got to sell it, right?
Yes, we will. We're trying to sell this, John. So we'll make it happen.
Anyway.
Okay.
Something we don't need to sell.
Yes.
Because it's amazing anyway, all the time, every day.
Day.
Star Wars.
Dude. So we got the release of the title treatment came out. And I think because everybody's been talking so much shit about them and being like, where's this trailer? Where's this teaser? Where's any information? It's less than a year away and you've given us nothing and loads of that.
Yep.
So they're like, okay, kids, here's the teaser. Here's the title. Just kind of like a throwaway, like, what'd you think?
Dude, it's cool, man.
Yeah, I think it's super different in the red outline.
Super different.
Red outline. It's not called The Return of the Jedi. It's actually called The Last Jedi.
That's what I thought you were referring to as super different, is like how it's titled.
Yeah.
But it's like that's perfectly in line with everything else they've released ever. So, yes, red lettering, The Last Jedi.
Yes.
I would have been excited no matter what. You could have called it like, this is a Star Wars movie that's going to suck, and I still would have been like, yes!
Yes. What does that mean?
Title! Yeah. Super analyzed it for weeks and weeks and weeks. But no, instead we get The Last Jedi, which we're still going to analyze for weeks and weeks and weeks, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, and it says so much. There was a book called The Last Jedi. Are they referencing when Snoke said, get her before she reaches the Last Jedi? Or the Last Jedi is awakened? Or... I don't know. There's so many renditions of
yes.
The Last Jedi and and Force Awakens and with everything, so who knows? And then also Jedi is actually like one of those words that is also plural and singular at the same time, like moose.
Oh. What, mooses isn't a word?
Mooses is not a word.
Are you telling me I've been wrong this whole time?
Sorry, John. I've been meaning
Damn it.
to pull you aside and tell you mooses is not the right way to say that. But, to be fair, we don't run into a lot of mooses here in South Texas. So.
Yes. There's just as many deers out there as there are mooses. So.
That's true. There's a lot of deers out there. But, yeah, man, I'm really hoping that they drop the new teaser or something, a new featurette, something.
Dude.
And I think they're just saying that, and this is saying a lot because, okay, so we recently talked about the reshoots of Rogue One, the last conversation, and the great updates that they did to that.
Yes.
Is this kind of falling in that same line? Are they really doing reshoots or
no?
What? No, you think
I
it's
don't know.
perfect?
Who knows, dude?
Yeah.
I don't really care. I never speculate on that because
we don't know.
It happens with every movie, man. I don't think there's ever been there hasn't been a Star Wars movie that I think is absolute 100% horrible.
Yeah.
Not even Star Wars, man. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. In general, any movie never is perfect the first time around. So reshoots, no reshoots, whatever, man. I'm good. Just give it to me already.
All right, man.
Does that sound bad?
No.
Are you making things dirty again, Eric?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, John. You'll get it when you get it. No. Also, the director also tweeted out, it was good to throw this in the bay today or something like that. But basically, he had queued up the title scroll for Episode 8 in the editing room, and it just showed Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and that's all you see, and it's beginning to scroll. Yeah, that's it.
Damn it, dude.
So, man,
I mean, it's happening. It's close. It's not that far away.
Hold on, I want to show you that real quick.
Bastard.
Right? Why would you tease us like that, you jerk?
Yeah, dude. I'm excited about it. Do you think it's a Luke Skywalker, Last Jedi?
I think so.
That feels appropriate. I mean, no matter what they do with the thing, I mean, it's never been exactly what the title is exactly what it is going to be for the movie. I don't think any of them have been like that. But I don't know, dude. I would think he's the last Jedi until he starts teaching people how to be Jedi, right?
True.
Or Rey how to be a Jedi, or whatevs to be a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
What if we turn it on its ear and actually Rey dies and Luke is still the last Jedi and it's Ben and Luke fighting it out at the end?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's probably not true.
Not gonna happen.
No, not gonna happen. But I just like to say things.
You need to start a new franchise here, So you got to think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's definitely going to be, I don't know. Not going to say definitely.
Yeah.
Because then I'll end up being wrong.
I was like,
I'll curse this whole thing.
Where do you have this knowledge, sir?
No, never, nowhere, any place in particular. But dude, yeah, man. I just can't wait till the movie comes out. It feels so far away still, but it's not that far away. It really isn't. From here to December.
11 months away. Oh,
11 months.
10 months away.
It'll fly by. January's already flown by.
Yeah. It's
You know
February
what I'm
already.
talking
You know
about. Yeah, dude.
All right, man. So I know you've been aching to talk about it.
I'm excited.
Okay. Split. What's up?
Split. Okay. So the fact saying that I'm excited, that probably means good things. Sometimes I'm excited to trash something. Not today. Not today. I'm saying it right here, right now, without trying to get everybody's hopes up too much because I don't want to set improper expectations.
You're about to set improper. That's exactly what you say, right? When
improper expectations right now. M. Night Shyamalan is back. He's back.
He is back,
dude. I could not believe. Okay, so I went in thinking whatever. He's done decent stuff. I haven't seen a movie of his that I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing in a long time. Since what? Sixth Sense? Signs?
I liked Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, Good stuff. Great stuff. All those movies I thought were amazing.
Yeah.
Then he kind of fell off for a little bit.
He did things like
that you
Lady
hated.
in the Water. He did things like The Happening.
See, but that's where there's some defining lines, Eric, because some people like those movies, Eric.
That's true. Okay.
Some people like those
movies.
That's
okay if you're allowed to like those movies. That's fine.
My whole point is that it wasn't ones that were everybody lost their collective minds with Sixth Sense.
Oh yeah. You
know? So and then the rest of them that came out in that middle piece in between, there's a lot of people that didn't like them. There's people that did like them, but there's a lot of people that did not.
See, there's this thing. There was this this defining thing in Hollywood where if you make a great movie, you have pretty much 3 movies to make that up in. And if you don't make a good movie within those 3 movies, then that's pretty much it. You're
done.
Out. But M. Night Shyamalan...
Hit after hit after hit.
Baloney, first of all. But
no, the early movies is what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying because he had what Signs did was define a generation and a collective. I don't think there was a big enough twist in a movie like that in years, decades.
In Signs or Sixth Sense?
Sixth Sense.
Okay, you said Signs.
Oh, I said
That's all
Signs.
good. No worries.
I'm sorry.
We're all with you now.
I like Signs also.
Yes.
But,
good. Yeah.
Okay, Sixth Sense.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that defined many generations, how you.
Dude, for years to come, it was I see dead people.
Yes.
Dude, and everybody knew what that meant.
Yep.
And now,
and I think he rode that wave, and because it was so big, he was able to ride that for, I would say, a decade or 2 worth of terrible movies. Just out there.
Okay.
I know you like them, but
no, I don't necessarily like all of them. But there are some good ones in there that I don't think were terrible. They were only at a decent level to maybe kind of good.
Yeah.
You know? It wasn't anything was really spectacular, in my opinion. And one exception that I would say is Lady in the Water, because I have not watched that.
Yeah.
And that's just on me. I mean, now I feel like I need to go back and watch it.
I don't think you're missing anything.
But this one. Okay, and straight off the bat, we're not trying to say any spoilers here because, like I said, Eric hasn't watched it. I don't want to spoil it
tomorrow, and then we'll do full spoiler next week.
But there are some things that I do want to talk about.
Okay, hit it.
That are not. I don't think they're major spoilery or anything like that.
I
think it helps to reset expectations.
The trailer seems super spoilery, but
the trailer seems super spoilery. No, it actually is pretty spoilery. In fact, if I'm going to say anything about it,
okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
I'm not going to say what part of the trailer is pretty spoilery, all right, but there's some kind of spoilery stuff in there.
Okay.
So. One spoilery thing, there's no huge twist. There's a very shocking moment, and I think people have been calling it a twist, but it's not a twist. It's just a very shocking moment there at the end of the movie.
Okay.
So don't be expecting, Bruce Willis is dead the whole time kind of twist at the end. Sorry, big spoilers if you haven't seen Sixth Sense. I've ruined it for you. It's over. Too bad you should have watched that movie 20 years ago. But, dude, not a huge twist like that. And that's totally fine. There doesn't need to be a big twist. But, dude, the way that movie is set up, from beginning to end, it's probably one of the better movies recently that I've seen tell a story in the way that it did. There's a good action part of the story that's happening throughout the whole thing. What is actually currently going on. And you see that in the trailer, the girls get kidnapped. They get taken by a guy who's got split personality or multiple personality. I don't even know what to call it anymore.
Yeah, it's multiple personality disorder.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a technical name that I think people are trying to use a little bit more. But either way, he has multiple personalities. Man, while that's going on, there's a sub-story that's being told along the way as well. And that they don't show in the trailer at all. So I'm not even going to talk about it. You just got to know there's a story there.
Okay, right on.
All right? And the way that story is told simultaneously with the other story, beautifully done. Getting glimpses here and there of kind of what's going on and who people are. And it makes you feel invested into the characters, even with knowing very, very little information about them. You don't hardly know anything about these people. You don't have any reason to care anything about these people.
Just because.
But the way he tells the story and the way it goes along, and who he starts building people up to be, dude, beautiful. Like, absolute mastery of all that stuff. Major spoiler right here. Here it comes. You ready? M. Night Shyamalan does a cameo in the movie.
Oh, yeah. He does that in every movie.
So now you know to expect it. He's coming out in his own movie yet once again. But dude, yeah, the way the story's done, the way that people are developed, the way it's shot, I think is really, it's beautifully shot. Like, I mean, as cameras have advanced, right? So like you've had film cameras, which people use like gold standard of way to do things. There's still some great film shot movies out there. But I think we have just now gotten to the point where digitally shot movies look as beautiful or even better than stuff shot in film.
Right on.
And I mean, and just the quality of it is so good, man. The way they use light and color and shading and, you know, just to kind of give you those feels and moments, dude, awesome. Really awesome stuff. And yeah, and I mean, I'm the kind of person that if the movie moves too slow or I feel like it's moving too slow, I lose interest. I'm done. Like, it can even be a great movie and I'm like, all right, well, I guess it was okay because it lost me, you know, it loses me at those points. But this did not, dude. Even the slow times, it reminds me a lot of like the first seasons of Walking Dead.
Oh.
Because The Walking Dead had a lot of the times where it was just like slow moving, right? Like the whole time they're at the farm, like there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
But even the stillness tells a story. You know, the slowness and the pacing, everything tells a story and is part of the story. Now I think they're just dragging things along. So it feels like for The Walking Dead. But
where you were super vested, you are no longer vested. So,
right?
Yeah.
Like here, I mean, he does a great job with that. I mean, it feels like the story is told very well with that. Like, you know, where there's dead spots, where there's slow moving stuff, where there's tense moments, and it doesn't do a whole lot. It's because it is telling part of that story. And dude, James McAvoy, God.
Kills it.
He will not win an Oscar for this, but he damn should.
Oh, wow.
The way he does each one of the personalities that's in there, completely sold on each one of those. And there's a few main ones that, you know, there's supposed to be something like 20-something personalities inside of him. They really only focus on a few, but every time he switches between those few of them, dude, you can see it. Like, just the way he looks toward the camera, I guess, or when he's supposed to be looking at somebody, and the way the expression changes, the way the posture changes, like everything, you immediately know who that person is, like once they've established it. I was like, dude, I would lose my stuff.
Yeah.
Every time that he did it on screen, I was like, oh no, it's that person, like they're coming out. Dude, so freaking good, dude. I'm already ruining it because I'm gushing about it way too much. And I've been trying not to do that. And I mean, I think you know, because I've been trying not to do that outside of this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to go in there with super high expectations and then be let down.
Okay.
And that's my fears. I don't want people to do that. But, oh man,
you enjoy it. You enjoy the
it.
film. It's beautifully shot. It's acted very well. You enjoy the story, and there's a twisty type scenario, but not really twisty. So,
dude,
it's just a good film.
Good film.
Okay.
Really good film.
I'll take it.
Dude.
I'm going to see it tomorrow, and then if it's not good, it's your ass on next Thursday.
Damn it. I'll give that to you, man.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm really excited for you to see it. I'm excited what you have to say about it because I think it'll be really, really cool. I mean,
full
I hope
on
you really
spoiler
like it.
next week. It'll be I don't know, man. We'll just talk about it briefly, but just about how, you know, what our opinions were, and I'm excited to see it just because you're so passionate about it,
dude.
And I really just want to see, like,
we're going full spoilers next week.
Okay, yeah,
full
I know
spoilers.
It's gonna happen. Dude, we're already going 7:00 tomorrow. It's on.
All right, we'll probably drop it first. So if you're listening to this episode and you happen to listen to next week's episode, also, if we can hook you in and keep you with us for one more week, we'll talk full spoilers. And probably close to the beginning. So just a heads up already from now. We'll give another heads up then, but
right on.
In case you're planning to watch it, but. I highly recommend going to see this movie. Like, there's not a whole lot that I'll do that with, and I mean, I think people know besides the comic book ones because I love all the comic book stuff. But this one, dude, is one of the ones that I really recommend go watching. Yeah, if you get a chance, go check it out, dude. And I think it's kind of been a surprise hit too. Like from what I've seen, like.
Dude, really, like, I've been really, like, some of the stuff that I usually watch online or some of the podcasts that I do listen to or any type of media, they've been really wanting to talk about, like, this movie. And I'm just like, no, stop it. Cut it out. I don't want to hear it. But I'm excited to see what happens next and what's going to, if this is his, like, comeback, what's going to be the next one to kind of keep it on par? Or maybe, you know what, he's going to be like, all right, guys, that's it. I'm going out on top.
Right.
Or making signs too.
Yeah.
The return of Xander Cage.
I would say Mel Gibson's character on there, but I don't even know what his character name is.
Father.
Told
you I'm not a priest anymore, damn it.
That's gonna be the subtitle for the movie.
Yeah. Still not a priest.
Dude. And okay, so are you gonna go watch Resident Evil this weekend?
Is that this weekend too?
That's this weekend.
No, I think then. Well, maybe. Okay, it depends.
You gotta try.
Got a full bracket this weekend. You ready for it?
Go for it.
Friday.
Split.
And then whatever the second feature is in that. I don't even know what it is, but I know.
Are you going to stay all the way through? Or
Maybe.
Are you going to try?
Gonna really try to stay all the way through. If not, well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But I know the second movie for sure is in Resident Evil. So
yeah,
can't do that. Saturday.
I
think going to PAX South.
Woo woo.
PAX South in San Antonio. Briefly touch on it, but basically, I think that's all. Like, I'm going on Saturday. You're going on Sunday.
Yeah. Are you going to go to the Ocarina panel?
Yes. So there's an Ocarina panel. The guy who scored Ocarina of Time N64 edition will be there. Also doing demos with an ocarina of classic Nintendo.
Are you going to get to put your mouth on the ocarina?
One can only hope. I mean, that's the dream, isn't it?
I mean, unless it's in a giant line of people who are all putting their mouths on the ocarina, then that might not be
just trying to go
so much of a dream.
I feel like it's going to be just like one kazoo that's just holding so much spit.
Yep.
So yeah, I want to see that, and I want to try to see there's this panel that's like make your own comic strip with Penny Arcade. That'd be cool to see, but I don't know. There was this other one that's like pitch your own video game idea. It's later on in the evening. It's like at 7, but that's when our reservations are because it's my wife and I's anniversary. So going out and having some drinks and fun stuff. So, can't do it there. But I can't do that. Well, I mean, I can't go to that panel there.
Well.
Yeah, it's not that kind of convention either. So, but yeah, and then on Sunday, you're going to PAX on Sunday, but I can't remember. Man, what are we doing on Sunday? I don't remember. But hopefully Sunday we'll be able to maybe go see Resident Evil. I want to try. I want to try to see it.
Push for it, man.
Yeah.
When you have to.
Yep, you got to. So, yeah, what are you going to see on Sunday? Do you know at PAX? Or are you just
going
to go just kind of...
There's a bunch of, the only thing I could find on there to really look at with the schedule, and I don't know if it's just maybe missing some information or what, but I don't really see any panels that are going to be, instructional type panels or anything like that. And I think most of them are set for Saturday anyway. But, I really want to go maybe check out a couple of the tournaments that are going on.
Mortal Kombat, XL, Street Fighter, of course, always. And, of course, they're going to be demoing the Nintendo Switch all throughout the weekend.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome to get our hands on. Man, I really want to play Zelda, man. Just for a little bit.
Dude, well, if it's anything like some of the other conventions, there's been 8-hour lines to play it. So I don't know if I'm going to do that, especially since I've already pre-ordered it. I mean, if I'm going to have to wait 8 hours, I'm not going to do it.
No, I wouldn't. I'm done. That's a waste of time.
Yes, especially since I'm only going one day. If I had a 3-day pass, maybe one day I'd waste that amount of time doing it. But, I mean, I can't justify that when I have so little time to kind of look around everything. They do have I can't even remember what tournament it was that I was like, I could do that.
Oh, yeah? Magic the Gathering?
No. I can't remember.
I know Sundays are usually their big board game day, so.
Yeah, they have a lot of board games going on. I want to say it was it's either Mario Kart or, damn it. It was either Mario Kart, maybe Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, man, that'd be awesome.
I thought it was Mario Kart, though. Mario Kart on the DS.
Sweet.
I don't know. I gotta look at the schedule, but I just want to go check out some games, man. Like, let's go check out some games, look at some platforms, check out some tabletop stuff. Mm-hmm. Maybe take some of my stuff, see if I can meet new people out there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, you know what? Next week we'll talk about that. We can talk about Resident Evil. We can also talk about Resident Evil 7 that came out, and oh my god, I watched some of it this past weekend or this past week, and
I saw you watch some of it.
It looks freaking ridiculous and honestly terrifying. So I don't know if this is going to get.
You don't want to talk about that right now?
No, let's talk about it with Resident Evil news.
Okay.
Then we could just bring it all together. It'll be Resident Evil. All Resident Evil all day. Okay, maybe not all day.
Not all day.
At least a good portion of it.
Okay.
Okay, maybe not a good portion, but we'll talk about it soon. No.
Who knows? Maybe you'll love Split and we'll spend the entire episode talking about Split.
Oh my god.
You never know. You never know, Eric.
Well, yeah, I'm never going to say never, but we'll see.
Yeah, all right. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that just about wraps it up then. Really short episode this week. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like, hopefully, I don't know, if you guys like this format, let us know. Speaking about letting us know, you can definitely find us and let us know on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Kenobi's-corner. That's where we normally post the episodes. That's our main source for it. But it's also a great place to go in there and leave comments if you want to have conversations about that particular episode or have any feedback, or want to know anything about us, drop us a line there. Another place you can get a hold of us pretty easily is on Twitter. We're at Kenobi's Corner on Twitter. Look us up, find us on there. We'd love to have a conversation with you and get feedback from you.
There you
if you guys want to do it.
That too.
I don't know if I want feedback. No, I do. I need it.
Yeah,
I need the feedback.
We need it, good or bad. Send it our way.
And then we're also, if you don't want to go to SoundCloud, you can definitely find us on your favorite podcasting platform. So you can go to iTunes in the podcast section or Google Play in the podcast section. One of the things that we really haven't asked before, but throwing it out here now, if you like the show, if you like what you're hearing, give us a rating on there. Like, we would love to see people start, posting stuff on there. Just rate how you want us. If you want to rate us high, rate us high. If you want to rate us low, please contact us before.
Yeah. Don't skew the results, John.
I'm sorry. Okay, no, do what you want. Do whatever you want. I already said it. I mean, we would love for the show to start growing a little bit more, just because I finally feel myself personally like we're getting to the point where we're saying some relevant stuff and not just spewing words out of our mouths for an hour and a half that we're cutting down to an hour sometimes.
Sometimes it's mostly word spewage.
It still is, but I think we're getting better at this. So, if you want to help the show grow, rate the show on there, tweet it out. We'd love to see that so we can share and grow this community, because I think we can all use a little bit more nerd in our lives, right?
Yeah.
At least I'm hoping.
Yeah.
That's just me anyway.
Let us put our nerd inside you.
Wow. I think on that note,
that note, thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy yourselves and each other. Have a great one.